friends, and welcome to another episode of Open House with Kapeel Gupta. The topic of today is also related to our desires. You'll definitely agree that desires play a very important role in our life. Sometimes the reality is that our true desires can lead to painful outcomes. After all, if human beings weren't fueled by desire, there wouldn't be any heartbreak or bitter wars. But at the same time, desire is essential to human existence. It's not enough to say that a life without desire would be boring. Living without desire is practically impossible. And through this session today, you'll discover what to watch out for when learning to recognize your desires. And you'll learn how to be guided by your desires towards a more authentic and fulfilling life. And for all the newcomers, because I'm late and maybe some new people are joining in, so let me introduce myself. Hello all, I am Kapeel Gupta, founder of Study Abroad Academy. And I am on a mission to coach and mentor 100,000 high school students and help them realize the dream of studying in the best universities of the world and build happy and beautiful, successful careers for themselves. And today, I'm going to introduce you to the desire map and will give you 5 key ideas that will help you work on your desires. So without further ado, let's begin. So key idea number 1, that desire is the fuel for our lives. Now let's look into what desire actually is and what it's used for. It's the power of wanting. It's a powerful force for creativity. And when we desire something, we are willing to give up a lot of time to plan to make it happen. Now, desire can be frustrating, thrilling, and it can even fill us with despair. No matter what, desire forces us to get creative how it is we are going to get and what it is we want. Desire also pushes you to evolve as a person. It not only shows what it is we might be struggling with in our current moment, but it also shows what we want most in life. Oftentimes, fear gets in the way of us working towards our desires for the future. And through conquering these fears, we can also work through our dissatisfaction with our lives as we work up the courage to achieve what it is we truly desire. And this is precisely what helps us grow as individuals. And finally, desire is what pushes us to keep going in life. Now, could you imagine living without wanting anything ever again? And if we didn't have the desire for food, love, sex, companionship, or achievement, we wouldn't have any motivation to do anything. In other words, our desire fuels us. That comes to idea number 2. Listening to your emotions will help you get through life decisions. Oftentimes, people tell us to make decisions based not on feelings but on facts. Why? Most people prefer facts because facts measure truth, while feelings might be misleading. But what about more powerful emotions like sadness? Or something like a tough breakup might give you very intense emotions, which can make it hard to concentrate on work for a while. Now, these types of emotions can be incredibly distracting. So, being told to focus on work can equate to ignoring our feelings. No matter what people might tell you, make sure remember the importance of your feelings. These core desired feelings stick with you for life. You should let these feelings guide you through life. Imagine being stuck in a job that's incredibly boring, although it pays well. So if you dread going to work every day before leaving the house, this might be a sign that you need something new in your life. So if you're being rational and logical, you wouldn't want to give up your income, but you will feel much more fulfilled if you follow your feelings rather than money. So coming to key idea number 3, allow yourself to feel desires without the pressure of other people so that you can welcome the unexpected. So figuring out what your true desires are, and they can not only enlighten you, but it can liberate you. So many people waste time trying to figure out what they think it is they desire. But unfortunately, the reality is most people often chase things that other people desire for them. Now, let's say, for example, you want to get married before you hit a certain age, or if you are pushing yourself to earn a certain amount of money by the end of the year. Really think about whether this is a goal you want, or if it's because of the pressure of other people. What are your real desires? So once you figure this out, you'll be able to find out whether you're simply trying to prove yourself to others and free yourself from this habit. Now, once you're aware of this tendency, you'll be able to truly start making the best choices for you. Now, knowing your real desires will help guide you towards the opportunities that would make a difference for you. Now, let's say you desire to feel loved or want to make a contribution to the lives of others. Now, for a goal like this, that 6-figure salary might not help you get there, but volunteering at a refugee shelter will. And sometimes chance encounters can also come into play when it comes to helping you figure out what you really want out of life. So if something unexpected comes your way, don't ignore it. It's important to treasure each and every moment when our desires might come into our lives by chance. Now, these moments might allow you to reach a new level of awareness while gaining plenty of new experiences. Now, that comes to idea number 4, and that is, if you dread a certain goal, it might not be worth chasing it. Have you ever worked really hard towards a goal and still felt empty? Even if you've achieved it? Now that simply means that goals like that aren't in line with your true desires. So drop them. Goal setting can be daunting and nerve-wracking, but each goal should make us feel excited and happy too. And if you are dreading a goal, it probably isn't worth spending your time trying to achieve it. So, create goals that not only feel like you could achieve them, but also that are in line with your values and desires. So when you're inspired by your goals, you'll have a better time achieving them. And what happens when you reach one of your goals and you still feel hungry for more? And this is natural. This means that your creativity has been sparked and now your mind is looking for more chances to grow and evolve. It could be the case now that you feel like you're capable of achieving things you never expected you could do before. Like publishing your first poem, for example, might give you the confidence to enter some story writing competitions. Doing your first cesarean, getting runner up in one of those competitions might in turn inspire you to start working towards running your own publication. Our desires grow and grow in this way. So it's important to keep setting goals to grow with them. It's also important to make sure your goals feel right to you. So while reaching a goal might feel really good, it's also important that you don't sacrifice other important things, such as relationships you care about or a lifestyle you love. It's also important that you don't push other people away. In fact, it'll mean even more to you if you help other people fulfill their goals while working towards your own. And that brings us to the last idea of today, idea number 5, that in order to rise above your weakness, it's important to make peace with them. Do you have dreams of becoming an acclaimed writer, a successful designer, or something else? But keep neglecting your plans. It could very well be like a little voice in your head that keeps telling you that these aspirations just aren't realistic. And this is exactly the voice that you must ignore. Make peace with the goals you want to achieve, no matter what kind of goal it is. If your goals make you feel good, then you need to make sure you don't criticize yourself for your desires. Now, this also means that you should show your friends and family equal support for their goals. Everybody should be free to do whatever it is their desire, from opening our own restaurant to rescuing an injured animal. Now, what happens if your desires are at odds with each other? Now, this happens quite often. You might love alone time so much that you dream of living in a secluded cabin in the woods, but you might also be the mother of 3 toddlers. Sounds conflicting? Well, it is. But when this happens, it's important to make a choice. However, choices can be blessings in disguise. So by choosing what it is you want more, you make room for more future desires to manifest, which could lead you to find happiness in places you'd never expect to. Our own limitations can also be obstacles. Nobody is invincible. You might have a family, a limited budget, or health issues to be concerned with. Whatever your limitations are, they aren't a reason to give up on your dreams. Keeping that in mind, you also shouldn't chase your goals without acknowledging that these limitations exist. Simply admit them to yourself. and learn to work with them. This will allow you to work towards your desires and do so in a healthy way, which can lead to figuring out new ways to overcome certain problems. So, the key message for today's live is that desire is one of the most important characteristics to human existence. And it allows us to be creative and helps us to grow as people. It's important to make sure you don't get tied down by goals that other people have in mind for you, and that you make peace with any weakness or obstacles you might have. So, keeping your heart and mind open to opportunity will allow you to really benefit from the positive effects of desire. And I have an actionable advice for you people. Focus on what you already trust. Have you ever felt that nervous rush before an important event? Whether you're facing a test, a decisive match, or a daunting speech. Now, this rush can be a disadvantage if you don't learn to work with it. I used to feel the same way when I started doing the live sessions. Focusing on what you know for sure is a way to silence your inner pessimist. Making a list of things that are already working out great for you is an amazing way to gain comfort, calm yourself down, and boost your confidence. So, with this, I would like to end this live today, and I just hope this session was really interesting, insightful for you. And as always, I say that please do, feel free to connect with me, DM me anytime if you have any queries, and I'll be happy to answer you. And as in the link in the bio also, all my links are there where you can connect with me, or I'm every day here on Insta Live at 10 a.m. And once again, I acknowledge your presence. Thank you for being there. Today, due to certain technological issues, the live session got disrupted at 10, so I had to do it again, because a rule is a rule. If I have to do a live session on Sunday, I'll definitely be there for you, because I know there are people, there are teenagers, there are students who are waiting for me, who need help or guidance. And I actually thank the Almighty to giving me such knowledge and powers that I can be of help to you. Thank you.